Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bill Pletch, and this is WWP Reacts. And I thought I'd start a YouTube channel on stuff that I like to do. Um, just a little bit about me so you get to know who I am. I'm a retired Army officer. I served in the United States Army from 1979 to 2013, from private to major, and was a medic, and then went and became an officer and was in the engineer corps, and then finally in military intelligence. So I like to follow this stuff, and so I thought I'd put this channel together a couple times a week, talk about what's going on around the world. And as you know, there's lots going on around the world right now. We got, as you can see on the screen here, Syria. We're going to listen to this gentleman from Rebar a little bit, and I'll interject here and there as we go so that I can add some flavor as to what's happening. I literally served and helped the Jordanian army train at an army base right around here on the Jordanian border with Syria in 2007. Did a training with the Jordanian military to help them understand better how to do large scale ops, full battlefield, air, sea, and land battle, and brigade level ops. So I have some good knowledge of this area. I also served in Iraq twice. Never been into Syria, but I've been into Israel. I've been into the Golan Heights. I've been all around here, yeah, it's quite an area. As you can see my cursor here. So let's get right into it. We're going to listen to him for a little bit. He's a little loud, and it's a Russian perspective. As you know, a lot of things have changed. Russia's pulled out. We got different factions in here, and we'll just go and talk about it in a minute.
Being published online. Localized clashes continue in the area of the Tishin Dam. At the same time, reports about the Kurds taking some territories have not been confirmed yet, and the militants apparently do not manage to advance to the eastern bank of the Euphrates. Turkish troops continue to accumulate in the Saruja area. In the vicinity of the village of Svesa, the Israelis allegedly shot at a peaceful demonstration. There is no reliable information about this, and with a high probability, it may turn out to be a throw-in. There is also a bit of a curiosity. Due to rain delays in many Syrian provinces, the new authorities have called on the population to hold rain prayers on Friday, although they had previously...
Rain prayers on Friday. Well, as you know, extreme Muslim groups have taken over this area. Golani and his crew and the SNA. Of course, Turkey wants a piece of the action, and I think the Kurds need to be careful, need to understand what's going on. Of course, Israel, as you was just talking about, Israel does not want this area right on their doorstep. That just isn't good for Israel at all. So they're taking action and moving into these areas, kind of past where their borders were before, to have the high ground, to watch those areas of approach.
Accused Alawites and Shiites of doing the same thing, calling it apostasy. Christian protests continue across Syria while the current formal head of the unhappy republic, Ahmad al-Sharia, aka Abu Muhammad al-Jalani, the head...
Al-Jalani. Yeah, Al-Jalani, I don't know if you know Al-Jalani's history, but he has a long experience in Iraq, with Baghdadi, with all of these folks that we fought for 20 years against the global war on terror, and now they've consolidated here in Syria. It's very interesting to see how this is going to play out. This can't help Russia. Russia pulling out of here. Of course, they gave refugee status to Assad, and so let's just listen in here.
Of the Russian-banned terrorist organization Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. While he was actually meeting with delegations from Qatar and Jordan, 8 Uzbeks burned a Christmas tree in Orthodox Skalbia. a move that drew a violent reaction from Syria's few Christians who had not fled after being captured from the country by militants. Protests continue.
Yeah, this is really bad for Syrian Christians. They said they would leave them alone, the new government, as it's being put into place. But as you can see, they're burning down Christmas trees and things like that. So this isn't good for Christians in that part of the world at all.
Throughout the night in Christian neighborhoods and localities. People came out in both foot and vehicle demonstrations. In Babtum, one of Damascus's historic neighborhoods with a high density of churches, Christian militias were even seen carrying weapons. No casualties or incidents have been reported at this time. For the moment, the Christian demonstrations continue. So far, they are not particularly risky to disperse. At the same time, of course, the attack on various Christian sites is not the last incident, because despite the declared inclusiveness and tolerance to representatives of other religions by the new Syrian authorities, radical Islamists have fought and continue to act on their side, including like 2 drops of water, similar to the banned Islamic State. The radicals are also...
So, as you see, Christians are starting to protest. Christian militias are out there carrying weapons. You got the Muslim extremists with their weapons. And they're really the government now. So who knows what's going to happen here? But this can't be good. This is a powder keg waiting to explode. There's all these different factions. I don't know how this is going to play out, but it's not good. It's going to be very interesting.
Wearing patches that echo the Sharada. And the fact that the date of Catholic Christmas has been declared a day off for civil servants in the country does not cancel the fact that gangs, including extremely radical ones, are rampant in the country at the moment, and the natives of CIS countries make up a significant part of the radicals. Against this background, the fact that there are still some spokesmen in the Russian media field who work openly for the interests of Turkey and Great Britain is particularly surprising, and they urge not to be indignant about the repression of Christians. They say that during Assad's time, dissenters were also oppressed. So everything is normal. In addition to attacking Christians and their shrines in Syria, the militants who have gained power are actively seeking functionaries and officers of the old regime, who at best manage to get away with arrests.
So we're going to end this here, but as you see, tensions are growing. Even the extreme Muslim extremists are going out and offering positions to the old Assad military officers that pledge allegiance to them. But look at all the factions. Look at all the different numbers here of things that are going on. Very, very explosive area. So with that, let's move over to Russia. I don't want to make this too long a video. So let's move over to Russia. What's going on in Russia?
Russian troops continue to carry out tasks in the Special Military Operations Zone. In the morning, the Russian army launched a massive strike on Ukrainian energy facilities using cruise missiles and drones. Explosions occurred in Dnipropetrovsk and Kryvyi Rih.
So, as we've seen in the news the last 5 days, long-range missiles, hypersonic missiles, have hit Kyiv. There's a lot of movement going on right now to hit targets that are part of the infrastructure that Ukraine needs to survive. And there's a lot of movement on both sides. With Ukraine, going deep into Russian territory, 85 kilometers, I heard. And Russia not just fighting along the border here, but also doing long-range stuff to cause havoc to Ukraine. All of this in pretense to January 20th and President Trump taking office. He said he's going to end the war quickly. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's an interesting situation for sure.
Local authorities reported serious problems after the incoming attacks on energy facilities. About 10 explosions rattled in the area of Bushtanan in Ivano-Frankivsk region and other settlements where thermal power plants are located. The city of Kalush was left without water and heat. TPPs in Kharkiv have been hit. Special schedules of light outages have been introduced in the city. A significant part of the population, which is 500,000 people, remained without heating. Problems with electricity were also noted in
See, now they're hitting these infrastructure, these electrical grids, and it's causing problems in cities like Kharkiv, Kyiv, and other areas, particularly down here border. But Kharkiv, as you just heard, they've been out of sorts there for quite a bit now. All right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on my next one. Thank you. Bye bye.